Hello, my name's Steve. I'm a doctor working in an emergency department in Melbourne, and I've been asked to give a brief overview on cardiovascular disease. To put it simply, all of your organs require oxygen to function, and they get this oxygen from blood via the cardiovascular system, which is made up mainly of your heart and blood vessels. Cardiovascular disease refers to when there's chronic and progressive damage to these structures. And the conditions related to cardiovascular disease, which I'll touch on briefly in a moment, are by far and away the most common cause of death and morbidity in Australia. And unfortunately, that risk is particularly high for certain ethnic groups such as Indigenous Australians and Māori Pacific Islanders. So how does it all happen? Over decades, through a combination of genetic, but mainly environmental factors, the walls of your blood vessels start to become stiff from the formation of plaques, or areas of scarring, in a process known as atherosclerosis. If those plaques become particularly large, they can partially or completely block the flow of blood to that vital organ, causing it to shut down. And alternatively, if that plaque becomes ruptured, a clot can form and block the flow of that blood in that vessel downstream in a process called thromboembolism. And depending on the vital organ affected, atherosclerosis leads to many life-threatening conditions that you've probably heard of, such as heart attacks, strokes, kidney impairment, and may even necessitate the need to amputate your toes or your leg if it's severe enough. Now, unfortunately, there is no cure for atherosclerosis, though the good news is that all the conditions that result from it are largely preventable. Now, addressing the environmental factors that I mentioned earlier can reduce your risk of cardiovascular disease significantly, and this can include stopping smoking, balanced diet, maintaining a healthy weight, avoiding sedentary activities, and seeing your GP regularly for management of any other medical conditions that you may have, like type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure. And encouraging yourself to engage in these types of behaviours as a habit can allow your heart and blood vessels to function as best as they possibly can, and may even save your life. So, keep things simple, and I hope I don't see you in the emergency department.